I am Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a married son, husband to a married wife, and I shall make my Gladiator 2 review in this life or the next. So, I'm back for a spoiler review of Gladiator 2. I gave you some initial thoughts, and many of you claimed that I spoiled the movie to begin with, but this is my official spoiler. And I figured, as somebody who's worked with Ridley, who was part of the original Gladiator, who's somebody who walks literally land and idly, then people say Maximus Decimus Meridius, the emperor, has arrived. So, I figured I'd give you an actual review. Many of you liked the review that I did from the Penguin, and I honed in on the little things, given my own color, given my own taste, and I figured I'd give you an honest review of what I thought about Gladiator 2. So I think the the basic premise of Gladiator 2 bugs me a little bit. And they go quite a distance to try to explain it. And basically, the whole premise is that after I died in the floor of a Colosseum, after I defeated Commodus, I tell the woman, Marcus Aurelius's daughter, that Lucius is safe. And immediately after I say Lucius is safe, obviously she didn't believe me. I thought that I was as honest as I could be there. I killed the emperor. The Senate was back in control. The army seemed like they knew what they were doing. But I tell her Lucius is safe, and the next thing that she does is literally takes Lucius, puts him on a horse, and sends him to Northern Africa. I mean, I don't understand that. Are they saying that I was a lawyer? Are they saying that my entire mission in the film was irrelevant? I'm not sure what they're saying, but the end result, I think, is a sort of a weak premise for the film. A, never once is it hinted that I am indeed Lucius's father. I mean, it's hinted that Marcus Aurelius's daughter and I had a bit of a relationship. Nobody even knows how serious it is. But it's hinted at this. It's sort of told, sort of retconned, as the critics like to say, that I am indeed the father, which I didn't know. Like I said, and I've said this from the very, very beginning. Never once was I told to find that subtext in my character that I was Lucius's father. So to me, the whole premise of the film is a little bit hokey. That I'm the father, that the Prince of Rome, the Lucius Aurelius, is somehow in danger, and he has to run away. And then these two bratty twins, one I actually thought were pretty good. If you were to find positives in the film, I think those two twin emperors are definitely one of them. Um, so in general, I didn't feel like the premise of Gladiator 2 was very good. Now, here's a hot take for you. Last night, preparing for this review, I was like, should I watch the screener that Ridley sent me? But instead, I put on Pompeii. Pompeii with Kit Harington, who I absolutely love from Game of Thrones. And I thought Pompeii was a better Gladiator movie than Gladiator 2. So that's my hot take for this review. Pompeii better than Gladiator 2. And it really is. I mean, Gladiator 2 has no substance to it whatsoever. It looks nice. It's got some decent cinematography, but somehow the special effects in the 2014 film Pompeii looks more like Rome, And then the 2024 version, I don't know if special effects are cheaper or worse or what the deal is, but it just didn't look very good. Um, what else can I say about this movie? Pedro Pascal, if that's his name, I thought did an okay job. Irish fella, big shoes to fill. No offense, Pedro, but my shoes, even though I only wear a 10 and a half, 11 sometimes because I've gained a bit of weight. I love some pretty big shoes to fill, so I can't fault him too much for that. But his speeches didn't really move me. The throwback to the dialogue of the first film is, everything is a reference, and I shall have my vengeance in this life with a mag's strength and honor. The whisper that is Rome, never to be whispered again. They just drive that stuff into your mind over and over and over again. Well, in all, look, Ridley is 90 years old, so I absolutely respect him for making this film because it's not a bad movie, but it's a sequel to one of the greatest films ever made. Then it just falls short on every sort of level to approximate, the greatness of Maximus Decimus Meridius, um, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I shall have my vengeance in this life or the next. But like I said before in my Penguin review, this is sort of um, a binary thing. Am I entertained? Am I not entertained? And for Gladiator 2, I am entertained.